It's time for What's Trending. Gracing us today is the musical country duo, Maddie and Tae. Thank you so much for joining us. And you might know them from their top hit Girl in the Country song, which has hit 64 million views on YouTube.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I was checking all the stats today.
Thank
but more
you.
importantly, your album came out in September of 2022 through the Madness Volume 2. What was that process like for writing that album?
It was really fun. We created an album and kind of broke it into two parts. So we released Volume 1 in January, Volume 2 in September. So it was kind of hard, like narrowing down the songs, but it was a really good time.
Writing is it's probably one of our most favorite parts of the creative process, and whenever we start writing for a record specifically, we just kind of like write one song after the other, and it sort of builds this nice just layout of what the record's gonna be, and that seemed to flow really easy for us for this record. And it's always a wild process, but it keeps it fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you both are going into motherhood, or you are already a mother. What is that? How is it going to evolve your music moving forward?
It definitely does create a drive, and it just helps you prioritize and really be present at all times where you are. I think that's one of the easiest things for me before I had Leighton. It was just easy to sort of like drift off and not be present. But when you have a daughter and have a special job like this, I get to really like focus in, which is good for me.
What has that been like to kind of see yourselves evolve both musically and like aesthetically as like your clothing and everything has evolved?
Well, the clothing has come a long way. It's been really fun, and especially getting to grow up together and navigate this business together. It's been really special, but yeah, it's a different us every year, I feel like.
It's wild to go back and look back at the pictures from our first record when I was blonde and just think, who is that girl? I don't know her. Who is she?
Yeah.
And speaking of like women, women representation in country is finally starting to break more barriers. Men typically have more opportunity on the radio. How do you feel women representation in country is becoming more and more important, and how are you guys breaking barriers?
I think it's still a work in progress always. Like, we still, at this point in our career, hit different roadblocks because we're not, it's just not the same opportunities. But I think we're always making progress, and that makes me really happy.
And you have an awesome single that came out in January with the cheat codes, Already Hungover. What was that like to get into that EDM type of music genre? And do you hope to do more with different genres too?
It was cool. Definitely something we've never done before. Collaborations are fun in general. We always cut the vocals with my husband, and it's like a really cool, fun process. We're open to really anything. Maybe not like screamo, but
Yeah, probably no screamo.
That might be a little tough.
but that's where we draw the line. Everything else, we're open.
Yeah, we're in.
A lot of your songs are about love and heartbreak. How do you still find the fun in it when you're performing out there, so it's not just so down in the dumps? Because there's always like an uplifting trait to all your songs.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I don't know. I think even with the saddest of songs, it's still always fun for us, because I think just this value and this like passion, burning passion that we've had inside of us since we were little girls, like we truly just get to feed that every single day. So it's always joy. Even when the songs are really tough to write and perform, there's always that overlying happiness.
And what else can fans expect in the future? Is there a new album coming pretty soon? New songs? What's on the horizon?
Probably a new album sometime this year. Actually, we're going to do a little more Christmas music too, which is kind of
That's
random,
exciting.
but you got to think ahead. Then a baby.
Then a
I'll be
baby.
having a baby in
Congratulations!
September. Thank you.
And if people want to know more music or they want to follow you, where can they find you?
At Maddie and Tae. So just our names everywhere.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. We had a blast.
And make sure to come back to Hello E&C every week as we discover what's trending in the pop culture world.